You see, you have many bodies, an emotional body, an energetic body, an etheric body, and it goes on and on. Your physical body is key for the 3D experience. Ascension, as you understand it, is not leaving your body behind. The goal is to bring your body along. Your body is as integral to ascension as your mind and as your spirit and as your soul. So this whole idea that your body is less than what you call you has to go out the window. The body must be esteemed for the house, the temple that it is, because it's not just a physical thing that your consciousness inhabits. Your consciousness works with your body, with your cells, while you're in the womb, while you're developing, to create a relationship, a symbiosis between this physicality and what you call your spiritual soul.
Welcome to Becoming Awesome with Peter D. channeling Archangel Michael.
Hey, you beautiful souls. I'm so happy that Archangel Michael's going to be here today. You see, I've been putting on a bit of a belly recently, and I asked Archangel Michael about it, and he had lots to say, including how our bodies play into the role of ascension. So let's get ready for that. Please like, subscribe, especially share this video to other people who are on their ascension paths. All right, comments below. Let's have a discussion. Here we go. Dear ones, we are so pleased to be with you again today. We connect with many of you individually and through many other mediums and channels, but it is always special to have the opportunity through every venue to just spend a moment in your magnificent field. You believe that because I am an angel and one of the ones that is most celebrated in your culture, that it is a special event when you can be with my energy. I want you to turn that on your head so that you know it is a special event that I get to be in your energy. This is how magnificent you are. I hope more than anything else in this message that you receive the energetic of, yes, you are the magnificent one. So Peter has asked us today to speak about the body's role in ascension. Now, this is a very expansive topic. Many people on your planet use the derogatory term meat body, which Peter always cringed about, and we give you the leeway to call whatever you want to call yourself, but you honestly want to call yourself just a sack. You see, you have many bodies, an emotional body, an energetic body, an etheric body, and it goes on and on. Your physical body is key for the 3D experience. You chose physicality so you can have the sensations of a body and all the emotions that go with it. Ascension, as you understand it, is not leaving your body behind. That's how it used to be. Ascension is, can you bring the physicality of your body up into higher vibrations? This is why the Earth experiment is so amazing. It is such a first in the universe, because it's not just you and your bodies, but a whole planet of bodies moving into ascension. So the goal is to bring your body along. Your body is as integral to ascension as your mind and as your spirit and as your soul. So please do not in any way diminish your body. Having said this, let us speak to ways you can actually be in connection with your body to help the ascension process, because your body wants to ascend too. And for most of you, you've ridden it like a horse and Just beat it till it drops and dies, and then you go get another body, reincarnate, you call it. Beat it till it dies and do it again. So there's a lot of karma, so to speak, or at least an energetic imprint that body after body has held for you. Not just your cellular memory from your lineage and your physical DNA and everything they've experienced, but your spiritual incarnations as well vastly influence how you treat your body. So this whole idea that your body is less than what you call you has to go out the window. The body must be esteemed for the house, the temple that it is, because it's not just a physical thing that your consciousness inhabits. Your consciousness works with your body, with your cells, while you're in the womb, while you're developing, to create a relationship, a symbiosis between this physicality and what you call your spiritual soul. And then this melding is the you that presents itself in 3D. So please do not disparage your body in any way. Welcome your body in. Spend time loving it. Peter has often spent channel after channel speaking about clear your emotions, go feel them. Anger needs to express angrily. Love needs to express with love. Fear needs to express by shaking. Sadness needs to express by crying. What does your body need to express itself? First of all, do you as a soul spend time daily, yes, daily, telling your body what an amazing creation it is? How beautiful it is? Or do you buy into all the shame and the media hype about, oh, you must look this way and wear this and adorn that way? Spend time every day in love with your body, where it is at. If you judge your body to be a certain thing, like Peter said, oh, he's putting on a belly, then can you love the belly? Can you go and express what is there and see what is there? That is what we ask you to do. Now, there are ways to interact with your body. There are ways that your body can interact with the world that we would suggest are beneficial for you. You all know the obvious of diet and exercise. Now, these are important things, but we're not here to tell you about what to do or give you that program. There's plenty of that out there, and some of it's good, and some of it is what you would expect. But they are attempts. They are attempts to get the essence of you to be a better, more beautiful essence of you expressed in physicality. So let us begin with diet. See, when Peter asked about what was going on with his belly, it was very obvious to him. Two things that we had to take. One is habit. You have a habit of eating a lot because you like the flavor, and then you do this, and then you do that, and then you make your excuses. Oh, you're on vacation, or it's a holiday, or it's my birthday, or whatever it is. So you eat that extra ice cream or a couple of extra pieces of pizza, and then, of course, you carry it because those are the excuses that you make. What we're here to tell you is that your essence, what feeds you, is your prana. Yes, there are breatharians on the planet, and they can just get energy directly through breath and be fed. You can do the same. Now, eating is a very important pleasure, and it is a very important tradition as far as rituals go. Meals you share, company you keep, relationships. We're not saying, oh, get rid of this. Although you're going to find it is going to become less important as your consciousness ascends. So first you have to look at your habits. What do you do? And then the other thing is to look at why you do it. Now, much of what Peter has done is he overeats to suppress feelings because feelings are uncomfortable. And even though he is the air on the airwaves teaching you have your feelings of stuff, he is still a human being and he's still going through his processes. And so when it gets really sad or scary or hard, ice cream. Yes. And so you must be looking at, why are you eating? And if the more you pause and the more you reflect, the more you will eat according to a pattern that is healthy for you. And this is super important. that you find what is healthy for you. The foods you're attracted to, not just because you've developed a taste. That is the habit thing we said. This is why as a kid you were fed all the high sugar, high fat things, and all the fast food chains put in all the different ingredients to get you addicted. Okay, that must be taken care of. But beyond that, you start to let your body guide you. Oh, do I want this? Do I want that? Of course, muscle testing yourself before you eat anything is always recommended. But you will get that internal guidance system, and then you will start to be healthier. And then your portions will get smaller. And as you do that, you will allow yourself to have more prana come in, so you don't need the physicality of the extra weight that you carry to keep those emotions at bay. Now let us talk about these emotions somewhat. Peter had an instance where all yesterday he was flailing. It was nearly a full day where he just did not stop shaking. Now, he started his day by moving charges of anger, deep-seated things he had suppressed for a while, and it came up. But it didn't come up fully, and as a result, the rest of the day his body was, oh. Now, he's been around this game long enough to know not to fight these things when they happen. So he just told his wife, oh, I'm not going to do anything productive today. I'm going to just flop around and listen to a book or watch a TV show or something because my body's going, no, and I don't really have the mental capacity to stay with what is being processed in the moment. So I'm going to let it work itself out. And of course it did, because he allowed the body to express how the body chose to express. Now, we bring this incident up because while it was going on, there's a biochemical aspect to it. You see, when he is releasing emotions, when you are releasing emotions, there are thoughts that go with it. And he was feeling despair, hopelessness. Why did I even bother? Can I even do this? Finances are killing me. Am I ever going to make it? Da, 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 da. And it was just terrible and huge heartache he was experiencing. Now, we are telling you this because when you do your releases and when you suppress, there's a biochemical element to the emotions. Yes, those emotions are gone from synapse to synapse by little neurotransmitters. The chemical factory in the back of your brain, your amygdala, produces these things. And when you have a release, you have the biochemical response. And this is what we are saying is you must allow the biochemical to process and relieve you. If you distract yourself with pornography or food or anything else that you use to not have your body have that biochemical response, then you stay stuck in it because the receptors just keep going shh, shh, shh. And then you keep doing what you do to calm yourself. Oh, let me get an orgasm. Oh, let me eat something sweet. Oh, let me do this or that. And then that becomes an addictive behavior of chemicals are released, must have this other response. And this is what you do with your weight. So to release fully, you're going to have to sit there and feel the agony of it in the moment because it's a biochemical transmitter giving you agony. But then it passes, and then all of a sudden that hopelessness and despair that was all day yesterday Peter's life is gone, and today here he is talking with me and doing this video for you. So you must stay present, but understand that it will get very deep darkness. Dark night of the soul, as many of you call it. It will get that way because you have the biochemical element. And rather than trying to stop it with other biochemicals, such as food, we recommend allowing it. Now, let us talk more about different chemicals that are introduced into the body. Many of you use substances on a regular basis. Caffeine is the most interesting one that is in Peter's life because he was in Europe for 5 weeks and had espresso every day and loved it and felt great. Bought an espresso machine when he got home and then is not so attracted to it because it makes him jittery. And he's like, what was going on? And when he asked, we told him, well, you're in a different density. You're at home in your normal niche, which is a very higher place energetically. You're in Santa Fe in the mountains. It's not just high elevation-wise, but it is very high elevation. And so the energetics of the lower places you're at, where coffee was beneficial to you, not so much now. And he's like, oh. So the point is, can you use different things without becoming addicted to them? So those of you who have to have your cup of coffee every morning, or your caffeine through tea because coffee's so terrible, whatever it is, then what are you telling yourself? You're not okay the way you are. Now, many people numb themselves with drugs and alcohol, and there's nothing wrong with any of these substances. No, use them as you choose. But understand that if you use them regularly, you are denying your ability to grow and prosper, because it is your growth that becomes available to you when you're not trapped in an energetic frequency of a daily chemical dose, be it alcohol, be it caffeine, be it even THC, which is becoming popular in many places. Now, again, we say that intermittent use, and you'll decide what's right for you, but if it's more than once or twice a week, you want to take a look at whether or not you are in the addiction phase of that substance. Then the reality is you're left with what you choose. If you choose that vibration, the coffee, the alcohol sets a barrier and says, this is the limits of the growth and expansion I can have. So we recommend you start to find your releases without substances. Now, this raises the entire question of sacred substances. Many of you use plant medicine, and these are beautiful, beautiful things. Huge openings and experiences happen, and we won't get into a whole catalog of the different plant medicines. You know what they are if you choose to use them. The question is, do you use them in the same way that we were talking about with caffeine, or do you use them as a sacred ritual every so often? So if you're doing these substances daily, then you are creating a barrier, a box, a wall that you can grow into. And that is the frequency vibration of the plant medicine you are using. Now, for many people, that frequency vibration is way better than where they used to live. So it's a step up. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what plant medicine does, is it opens you to take that step up. The question is, do you turn it into addiction, a habit, where then it becomes your lifestyle? And then has the frequency box that dictates who you are. And we say this because lots of people justify their usage. The channel Peter did so when he was a drug addict. Of course, it was expansive for him and he liked it. But now he understands that was the best he could do at the time. Now, plant medicine is not of the same category as recreational substances, but the principle applies in that, can you do this without the stimuli from outside? See, this is the question. This is the fundamental question, is, are you dependent on a substance, or are you a master of experience and the substance opened up new venues of experience to you, and now occasionally or ritualistically you may use it, but for the most part you use your mastery to create it. You see, you were not meant to be a symbiote with external substances. You were meant to be a symbiote with your body, not with these things you call plant medicines. And if you rely on them to get you places, then that is what you do. You rely on them to get you places. And then you have not claimed mastery. And you will get great experiences and it'll be expansive, but it'll still be limited by the vibrational frequency of what you call your medicine. And the goal is to use that, then do it without the medicine, then expand beyond it to maybe even new medicines if that's what you choose, or whatever. But the point is, do you do it as a ritual every so often, or are you doing it like caffeine and alcohol, in which case you have the same limitations with caffeine and alcohol? Now, the last thing we wish to speak about is physicality. Exercise, yoga, stretching. Your body needs to be having its due. It's physical, so it wants to move, so move it. So if you are not engaged in, sometimes people call it a program, of working out or stretching or just taking walks or being out in nature and doing what's ever fun for you there, then you are really pushing your body down and saying that this kind of experience is not what I value. And it's okay to have mental experiences, but then you've heard all the channels about if you use your mentality to decide everything, then that's it. That's your limit. That's your frequency. And let's face it, most local mind is pretty low vibration. So you need to bring your body along. And that means being physical with it. Now, yoga is a beautiful thing because it stretches you. And if you do it with a certain quietude and reflection, you will learn from your body and it will teach you. You will get wisdom innately that will just start springing up right and left. Working out, as it is called, is also a beautiful thing. Those of you who are runners or bikers or go with the word gym rat, those of you who are these things, then you understand, you hit that level. It's called the zone. The endorphins are flowing. It's a beautiful chemical mix in your body. Your body feels good. The only thing we want to say, in addition to having a program of physicality, is what you're doing while you're being physical. In most of the gyms that Peter goes to, the music is terrible and loud. So, of course, he brings earbuds and noise-canceling ones at that so that he can have a more personal experience that vibrates better with him. And what he chooses is things that uplift him. When he's lazy and just trying to work the body on a physical level, he'll listen to a book on tape. But when he wants to really expand, like when he does yoga, then he will play frequency music that expands. We are saying this because much of your music is designed to keep you at a low vibration. The makers of it, you can look at their history, those of rap, how that got started, and the forces that were controlling it, and the themes it talks about are very low density. Not that all rap is what we say would be bad, but it's where it started, and it carries a lot of that frequency. The same with what you call heavy metal and some of your other rock and rolls. Now, many popular tunes can be uplifting, but some of the content is just so sad. A long time ago, Peter met a man who was a comedian who talked about whiny victim love songs. Yes, and he would have collection after collection of songs about people who were in woe because their love was terrible, and they would whine about it and celebrate how much terrible love they had. Do you feed your consciousness with this vibration? This is all vibration. It's not just your food. It's not just these medicines that you use. It is also in your atmosphere, in your music. Are you feeding yourself with these low vibrations? Yes. So we recommend that you find things that uplift you when you choose to work out, when you choose to do yoga. What this channel Peter does is he finds solfeggio frequencies. He likes 963, which some people call the God frequency. It is not, but it is a pretty good frequency. You find a frequency that you like that elevates you and uplifts you, and listen to that in your music with the rhythms and the beats and the tones that uplift you. And if you choose lyrics, then of course lyrics that uplift you. And if it does not meet any of these upliftment boxes, do not put it in your consciousness, especially not when you are working out, because then it will unconsciously go into the physicality of your body. So, this is what we wish to share with you today. There are many ways you can enjoy and appreciate your body, and it will help you with your ascension, because your body is going into ascension, and it's a symbiosis relationship that you've chosen. Your consciousness has chosen the consciousness of all the cells of your body to be in symbiosis with. So your upliftment and your awakening depends on your body's upliftment and awakening, and vice versa. So we give you these tips to consider, and we want to leave you with a blessing, a transmission designed specifically for healthy bodies. This is the best we can approximate the what he called earlier solfeggios of health. So we'd like to send the transmission, a blessing, a frequency of health to you. Please talk to your body in this moment. Ask it to be with you. Thank it. Respect it. Promise if you mean it. Do not if you do not. Promise if you mean it to spend time every day talking to your body, loving it, and asking it what it wants and it needs. Now, after you make that connection, just let this energy flow to you and your body. Blessings on you. Thank you so, so very much for receiving this. We close with the idea that we love, and although it is not the correct word, it is the best word the channel Peter can process in his brain when we send him this message. We are envious of your bodies. You see, your physicality, your connection to your body is what makes you have emotional experience and physical experience, which empowers you to create way more than we can in ways that are bigger, faster, stronger. Angelic connection to humanity is about helping you ascend so that you can bring this vibration to a level where we can watch and observe and learn so that we can embody this kind of creation. This is how powerful you are. You do not understand yet. You just think you're trying to crawl up out of the muck. No, you're trying to climb to a mountaintop that has never been climbed to before. And many, many races and species, including the angelics, are here to help you because we will benefit from you making that journey. And that is a journey in your body. This is why we're happy when Peter put out the call to his team to say, I want to talk about body. And we moved to the front of the line. And he said, well, you're an angel. What do you know about bodies? It's because this is where we desire to get to. And that is why we are happy to have this channel with you today. You are blessed. Your body is blessed. The combination of you and your body, that synthesis, is a blessing on the planet, in the cosmos. Thank you for being who you are. Okay, gang, I'm back now. That was pretty beautiful. I always love Archangel Michael. I love, one, that he's practical. And two, the energetics are just so sweet. I hope you can feel them. Certainly mellowed me out a lot being able to channel him today. So if I recall, what he was talking about is we got these beautiful bodies. They're expressions of ourself, and we're in symbiosis with them, the consciousness of ourselves. And that means they need their own loving care. And this is done through diet, by listening and talking to your body, through exercise, by working your body out in ways that are good for it, and through consumption of substances in ways that are moderate and allow your body to take mastery and move into control of new and realms rather than addictively. So, got lots to do if you choose to bring this body up. I personally was wondering about, hey, is this why it's going to take so long for humanity to move into ascension physically? And the Archangel said, well, not really exactly why. It's going to go as fast as you allow it. But this is one of the ways that all your team and all your spirit has slowed things down because of what I personally experienced yesterday, where it's just for a day. It's hard because especially when I'm in that state, then the mentality is it's hopeless and despair. And those of you who don't express much, you keep the suppressed, the lid on so tight. That means the unconscious is always in hopelessness and despair. Yesterday I was able to bring it conscious and move some of it out of me, which was beautiful. And it was a big deal, and it was frightening as heck. So I understand and appreciate that, maybe we don't want to rush this any. Of course, show up and do it. And thank you. Put your likes and subscribes down below. Please share this video. You notice I'm sporting another one of our Becoming Awesome cool merch. This is our Sacred Symbols one. You can see that on my sleeves. If you want to start covering your body in sacred symbols and look awesome, check the links below. Stay blessed. Bye.